Well, welcome to the 700 Club. Radical Muslims carried out another terrorist attack today, this time at a university in northwest Pakistan, and they killed at least 20 people.
4 gunmen from the Taliban stormed the school and started a deadly gun battle with the army. Heather Sells has the story.
The 4 Taliban attackers climbed over the back walls of this university, shot at a security guard, and headed for the administration building and student dorms. After hours of gun battle and many dead and wounded, the Pakistani military killed the gunmen.
There were 4 or 5 who entered from the right side of the university, and they started firing. The external university security staff replied all at once, but they looked very professional, and they successfully reached the end of the last building.
I heard when they were shouting, "Allah is great." I was hiding under the desk with 2 of my colleagues and 1 staff member.
It was just 14 months ago that the Taliban attacked another school in northwest Pakistan, killing more than 150 people. And the Taliban is claiming responsibility for this attack as well, saying that it's revenge for the thousands of militants that the Pakistani military has killed in recent months. Pakistan's northwest region is highly volatile. Since 2014, Pakistani forces have carried out a major operation there against the Taliban and other militants. Last month, the government said it had killed 3,500 insurgents since launching the campaign. Baka Khan University is named after the founder of a liberal anti-Taliban party. The Pakistani Taliban have targeted the party in the past for its anti-militant policies. Heather Sells, CBN News.
In other news, we're getting a look at the first picture of Pastor Saeed Abedini after his release from prison in Iran. John Jessup has that story from our CBN News Bureau in Washington. John?
That's right, Gordon. The picture comes all the way from Germany, and it shows Pastor Abedini standing beside North Carolina Congressman Robert Pittenger. He met with Abedini Tuesday as part of an official U.S. delegation to welcome him home. CBN News spoke to Pittenger about the meeting in an exclusive phone interview.
I think he's come out of it very well, mentally, physically, emotionally. You know, he's been through a lot, and it's been a long journey that he's been through, and he's a different person today, and he's got a long journey ahead of him.
Congressman Pittenger also said Abedini spent most of his time in prison in isolation, but he was apparently treated better in the last 6 months as Iran expected to release him and wanted him to look good. For more of this interview and to get the rest of our extensive coverage on Pastor Abedini, go to cbnnews.com. ISIS has destroyed Iraq's oldest Christian monastery. New satellite evidence shows a field of rubble where the 1,400-year-old St. Elijah's Monastery of Mosul once stood. The Associated Press obtained satellite images and showed them to Iraqi priests who once served there. One priest told the AP, "I can't describe my sadness. Our Christian history in Mosul is being barbarically leveled." ISIS has destroyed more than 100 religious and historic sites in territories it controls in Iraq and Syria. A man recently became the first person to get on a flight without a boarding pass. Instead, he used just a chip that was implanted in his hand. The Swedish man boarded the jet in Stockholm and posted the video on YouTube. The video also showed the process of implanting the chip, which is about the size of a grain of rice. The test subject is the vice president of a technology consulting firm. He says this was just an experiment and not necessarily something that's coming soon to airports. The London Telegraph reports the technology used in that chip has already been used to make digital payments, control mobile phones, and unlock doors. And Gordon, I already saw one website that's calling this the mark of the beast.
Well, if you read the Bible, that's sort of the natural conclusion is, you know, put something in your hand, something on your forehead. But even outside of reading the Bible, this near-field technology, the problem with it is it's very hackable. And so if that is passing by some scanner, they can read what's on it, and then they can duplicate it so they can create a copy of it. So where's the security here? There's no security to it. We have to keep in mind in the digital age, anything that can be hacked will be hacked, and that needs to be the note of caution.